Hey, it's Amanda for Z1035. I'm sitting here with Nick Jonas. Is that good? Was that good?
Solid.
No, all right.
Loved it.
Welcome back to Toronto. It's been a little over a year since you've been here, right?
I was actually here like yesterday, but
Okay.
But
Before
no,
that.
I left town for the night to go play a show in Pennsylvania, and then I was here. But before that, I was here. I want to say for Much Music, which wasn't a year ago. That was pretty recently.
that was back in the summer.
It was back in the summer.
That's
so
right.
It hasn't been that long.
Well, it's been a year since I've seen you.
Well, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. So welcome back. You're here in Toronto. You're having a show tonight, and you have been so busy since the last time I saw you. Most recently, you launched a record label with Demi Lovato, right?
Yeah.
So what have you learned since doing that? Because that's a whole new different venture for you, right?
It is. You know, we looked up and kind of thought to ourselves, we're both in a moment of our career where we're really trying to branch out and solidify ourselves as adult performers now, and it's been great in that new venture for both of us. But then it was about, let's find a way to take that next step as business men and women as well, and really push things forward. So we started this label with our longtime manager Phil McIntyre, and it's just the beginning process, and all the structure of the company is still coming together, but it's going to be something really great, I think.
Is it weird being on the other side of the table, so to say?
A little bit, but I do that with my work, with stuff I do for myself. So, I do have quite a bit of experience with it, and know what I want to see for the company, and got great business partners to work with, so it'll be good.
Yeah, right on. What is a typical day like for you?
On tour, typical day is basically sleep in as much as possible, get up, have some food, go to the gym, usually some press, some meet and greet stuff, and then a little bit of downtime before the show, and then I do this thing where I do like a post-show toast with some of my fans. So
Okay.
about 40 people, have a drink and talk about the show and thank them for coming out. It's kind of a nice thing.
Is that through your fan club or?
That's through this company called Host, and it's basically a service that does VIP meet and greets and events for performers, and so we work with them to get that done, and it's really a cool thing.
That's really cool. So like when you were back in an actual group with your brothers, you probably weren't able to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
It was too crazy.
It was too crazy. I wasn't old enough.
Well, yes, okay.
So there's that too, but there were moments that it would have been fun to do things like this, and in this new phase of my career and life, and as I've gotten older, so with the fans, and,
Yeah.
it's been great just to be able to kind of celebrate a new chapter with them.
Do you like being in a solo, or would you prefer to be in a group?
I love doing the solo thing.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing year, and just to see how far things have come in a year has been pretty incredible, and I want to stay on that track and just keep building.
Right on. At Z, we're playing Levels right now.
Awesome.
And I read that you are either going to be releasing a new album at the end of the year or early next year. Now, is this album done, or are you?
The album is not done.
Not
it's
done?
very close to being done.
So you've been in the studio and everything already.
I started pretty quickly with making the next record. The last one came out in November, so it hasn't even been a full year. But I was really aware of the fact that I had more that I wanted to talk about, and that the sound was kind of evolving. And so I thought, why not just get in and make this record?
Yeah.
And so it's close to being finished, and Levels is the first single off that record, and so we'll go from there.
Right on. What is currently inspiring you right now?
I think my real life and being able to draw from some of those experiences, but also being in front of the fans each night. I've been on tour for about a month and a half now, and so doing that, and then musically, I've been loving some of Drake's new stuff, and just really kind of diving in on some more of the hip hop leaning things. J. Cole, a couple other people, and trying to draw from that as much as I can.
Would you ever do a collaboration with Drake?
I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Is that something that could be maybe a possibility?
I think anything's possible.
I think you should call him.
Yeah.
Right now.
If I had his number, I would. But
I'm just joking. I have to ask you, as I was doing my research, I was reading a lot of interviews, hearing a lot of things, going through stuff. What would be one of your major pet peeves?
just in life in general.
Yeah, just in life in general.
Oh, pet peeves. Let's see. I think that like abbreviations of words that don't need to be abbreviated. That really bothers me. Or like song titles being abbreviated.
Okay.
I have pretty much one word song titles. A lot of them change. Jealous, Levels.
Yeah.
So it's easy.
Keep it
but
simple.
there are times where I have like a title that's like a song called "Nothing Would Be Better," and someone just called it like "Nothing." It's like, no, say the whole thing.
Or NW would be abbreviate it like that.
Say the whole thing.
Yeah, like how they do with Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah, that's exactly.
ONIB, whatever it
or
is.
even Game of Thrones. I'm really into that right now.
Yes?
GOT. It's like, no, it's
Are you binge watching any shows?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
I started.
How do you get into Game of Thrones?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because
I found the first episode is just you're confused and you.
I held off from watching it for a long time because my brothers were really into it. And we were on the road and stuff, and they would talk about it, and I was just, they talk about. And then I just started watching one day, and literally have not stopped. Any chance I get, I watch it, and I'm almost done with the 5th season. So I'm getting there.
You're getting there. All right.
I love Khaleesi. she has my heart.
Oh, there you go. Now all the girls are going to be jealous of Khaleesi. Thank you so much for taking your time, and best of luck at the show tonight, and come back to Toronto anytime.
I would love
to. And
to.
do that collaboration with Drake.
It's on.